So inshallah, today we're going to continue with with what we have started last time regarding the tafsir and tajweed of Surah Al-Fatiha, and we have actually, I think that we have finished half of it almost. So just a reminder of what we have said before, and kind of reminder of the importance of the Quran, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in general has described the Quran in the Quran itself as, in many, one verse, as a ruh. كَذَلِكَ أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْكَ رُوحًا مِّنْ أَمْرِنَا. That, and as such we have revealed to you. Ruhan min amrina means, ruhan means that it's the literal meaning of ruh means that it's the soul. Okay, so the Quran has been described as a soul, and actually a ruh, because as we said, the Quran, it is considered to be the food of the soul. So this is why this Quran, as we are taking our food for our bodies, this Quran is the food for our souls. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in this verse that in Surah Al-Shura, وَكَذَلِكَ أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْكَ رُوحًا مِّنْ أَمْرِنَا مَا كُنْتَ تَدْرِي مَا الْكِتَابُ وَلَا الْإِيمَانُ, that you have no idea about what is the kitab, which is the book, وَلَا الْإِيمَانُ, and the faith. So this is considered to be, as we said, ruh, which is something for us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the same time described it as nur, as a light. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قَدْ جَاءَكُم مِّنَ اللَّهِ نُورٌ وَكِتَابٌ مُبِينٌ, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to you light, and this light for al-absar, to see with. And as we said always, everything, it has a tangible and intangible aspects. So whenever we talk about this, we're talking about the intangible aspects. So when we say that the people have eyesights, actually, if they can see, yes, the things, but they cannot distinguish what is the relevance and the meaning of it. So whenever we look to a plant, for example, or a flower, so this means for us a kind of beautiful creature. But actually for the mu'min, it should be in a different way. That you should know that this is creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is considered to be a manifestation of the ability of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of creation. This is something important. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned as well in another verse in the Quran, Surah Al-Isra, إِنَّ هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ يَهْدِي لِلَّتِي هِيَ أَقْوَمُ, that indeed this Quran is guiding to the best. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran many verses giving the description of the Quran. First, it is considered to be a ruh. Second, to be the light. And third, to be the guidance. Okay? So, and actually this is right. This is from the three different aspects. It's the absolute truth, absolute guidance that we can find. Based on that, we're going, as we said, Surah Al-Fatiha, because it's very important. And we said last time it has many names. And Fatihatul Kitab, Al-Quran. What are the names that we have mentioned before? Do you remember any names?
Ruqayya.
Ruqayya. Okay, that's right, which is the protection. Okay, and Al-Kanz also.
Al-Shifa.
And Al-Shifa. That's right. Kitab, which is like, literally means the mother of the book. We have like, as we said, 9 names or so, and other ulama, they put like 25 names. Okay, so this is regarding Al-Fatiha. And we said about Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, that everything that we should start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of God. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, the most merciful. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as we said many times, that whenever you start in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the entirely merciful and especially merciful. This is, do you remember that Ar-Rahman or Rahim? We mentioned that there are some differences between them according to the sayings of the ulama. And we have mentioned that we have 3 different sayings. First one is Ar-Rahman. What does Ar-Rahman, anyone can remember? Anything?
Ar-Rahman is like the overall mercy, the characteristic of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ar-Rahim is specific, in specific situation or condition.
Okay, so this is number 1. We said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ar-Rahman means that, according to the ulama, Ar-Rahman means that He is Rahman with the all creature, whether they are believer or non-believers. Ar-Rahim, it is specific only for the believers. وَكَانَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَحِيمًا. So this is one of the meaning. Another meaning, we have said 3 meanings, I remember. This is the first meaning. The second meaning is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ar-Rahman, means that He has like the general mercy upon the whole creation. And another one is specific, but not in terms of the people, but in terms of the things that it is, we call it Rahma Amma or Rahma Khassa. Khassa means that it is very specific to very small things that even that you couldn't see, with the insects, with the birds, the animals, things inside the earth. Okay, these are the very specific ones that we cannot see, but you will find that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful even with the ant, that He provides for them the food, their sustenance. This is a very specific mercy. So this is the contrast of the or the opposite of the general mercy. And the last one was Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, and said that Ar-Rahman in Arabic, whenever we have the word that is having alif wa nun, like Farhan or Ghadban or Sakran or something like this, means that he is overwhelmed with this characteristic. So this means that he is reaching the peak regarding this characteristic. And this is the meaning here for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The quality of the characteristic itself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is the peak. Okay, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Ar-Rahim means that which is consistent and forever. Okay, so this is the third meaning, which is related to the quality and the consistency. And after that we said Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. This is actually an indication for us to start always with Alhamd for anything. To start with Alhamd, to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is why in our khutab always we start with Alhamd. Bismillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastahdihi wa nastaghfiruh, and so on. So we should start anything with Alhamd. Why it is here Alhamd? What is the reason for this? The reason is that you thank Allah, you are not thanking Allah. That's what we're going to talk about, the difference between the thanking and the praise. There are differences. So Alhamd, because you are praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you the ability to speak, or to give your body the strength to stand, and the people to listen to you, and so on and so forth. So you are praising Him for all of these kind of things. So this is why whenever you start anything, you should start with Alhamd. And even in dua, the best is to make thana on Allah, to ask for Alhamd, or to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to say Alhamdulillah, Allahumma laka alhamdu wa laka al-shukru, kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa li 'azimi sultanik. The first, or the beginning of your dua. And after that we mentioned about Alhamd and Shukr. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here didn't say Ash-Shukru lillahi Rabbil Alameen, for example, instead of Alhamd. Do you remember? We have mentioned this before. Did you remember?
That everything comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes.
So any person doing good, it is not because of his own. It is tawfiq from Allah.
Yes. We said that Shukr, whenever we say give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever we thank you, whenever I thank you for a favor that you have done it to me, right? But I cannot praise you for specific thing that you have done to me. I mean that I can't praise you without any kind of favor that you have done. I praise some person because his character, for example. So praise is related to the person himself, but thanking is related to a favor that this person gave to me. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't use the word thank, but used the word praise, because it is more generic. Because we are not here, we are praising Allah because He is Allah, because He has all the attributes and names and characteristics. It's not only thanking Allah for a specific thing. So here the word Alhamd is ablagh, means that it's more eloquent in terms of its meaning and the reach of the meaning. Alhamdulillahi, and we said Alhamdulillah means that qasr, as we said that Al-Karamu fil Arab, means that it is all the praise in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rabbil Alameen, and Rabb, we said the Lord, right? So Lord means that the person, whenever we say Rabbul Bayt, means that the person is managing the affairs of the house. Okay. Al-Alameen, we said that Jam' Alim, Alam, which is the world. We have different worlds, Al-Ins, Wal-Jinn, and so on, Al-Malaika, and so on. And after that, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. And we said that the wording Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, we mentioned that the context here, because if the person is, for example, managing the affairs of the house, it might come to your mind that maybe he is oppressor or something. But actually he is not. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, as the three meanings that we have mentioned about it. And after that we said Maliki Yawmiddin. After giving all the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from Ar-Rahman, all of them are related to what? Merciful, or being merciful, or mercy, or something like this. This would give to you the meaning that maybe everything is dealt with by mercy. But actually this is not right. And this is here the difference between Islam in general and any other non-Islamic understanding for anything, that Islam is always giving the two ways. I mean that giving you the way to obey, and you will see and find the mercy in this case. And if not, there is something else that you should be aware of. Because here, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving all the attributes of leniency and kind and gentleness and so on, maybe you will find people are going to be greedy. They are going to say, okay, I will oppress others, and I am going to ask Allah for His mercy. And this is not right approach. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put what? Malik Yawmiddin. That He is the owner, or He has the sovereign of the day of judgment. What is the meaning of day? Here, Yawmiddin, Yawm in general means that the day. For us it means day. Here it means the absolute time, okay, which is the day of judgment. Okay, so it's not the 24 hours that we are thinking about. No, it's totally something absolute. Ad-Din here means the recompense. And this is why it's very important here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put it here, to know well that it's not only mercy that we are dealing with, but remember that there is one day that you are going to be held accountable for whatever you are doing. And this is the meaning for Maliki Yawmiddin. Deen in Arabic, it has different meanings. One of them, the literal meaning is religion. One of them, Deen, means that, like the debt. We call in Arabic, كَمَا تَدِينُ تُدَانُ. As you have done to the people, they are going to do it with you back again. So, كَمَا تَدِينُ تُدَانُ. Malik, the word Malik, actually there are two different qira'at here. Two different qira'at. The first qira'ah, which is qira'at al-Jumhur, Ibn Kathir and so on, al-Jumhur, the majority of the reciters, they said Malik Yawmiddin. Malik Yawmiddin. Malik means that he has the sovereign, he is the sovereign. Okay, Malik coming literally from like the king. Other qira'ah, which is Hafs, Al-Kasai, Khalaf, Yaqub, these reciters, they recite it as Maliki Yawmiddin. Maliki Yawmiddin. Malik comes from the word Malaka. Okay, sorry. Malik come min al-milk. Milk means that to have something, to own something. He is the owner. So we call it Malik. من الملك بكسر الميم. Mim is maksura, milk. Malik comes from Malaka. Malaka means that to have the sovereign, to have it as a king. So the ulama, they said that both of them, they are coming from the word Malaka in general. Malaka means that, as Ibn Atiyya mentioned, من الشد والضبط, means that whenever you have control over something, then you are going to control, as if that you are wrapping something. So you are going to wrap it tightly so that it will not be loosened, right? The same. Malik Yawmiddin, or Malik Yawmiddin, the meaning is he is controlling, taking the control over this day. So he is going to judge between the oppressed and the oppressor, and so on and so forth. And this actually gives to you the meaning that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to control this day. And Ibn Jarir, he mentioned that the right wording, or not the right, al-arjah, the most right one, even the qira'at, all of them are right, but the most, or the reach in the meaning is malik. Malik means that to have the control with the ownership, both of them. But malik means that you have the ownership of something only. So this is, we cannot say the owner of the country, but we can say the king of the country. Because king means that he has everything, and at the same time he is going to running the affairs and punish the oppressors and give the reward for those who are good people and so on. It's different than Malik. Okay, so this is why we said that Malik Yawmiddin is more rich in meaning compared to Malik.
Malik will be like the king.
Yes.
But Maliki will be like the owner.
Malik means like the king. Malik. Mim, lam, kaf, Malik. But Malik means that the owner.
Malik.
So this is the difference. Yes?
Yeah, Professor, I never thought it like this before, but just when you are mentioning that,
yes.
First Allah said, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
Yes.
And after saying that He is the utmost merciful.
Yes.
And then Allah mentioned about Maliki Yawmiddin.
Yes.
So the day of judgment.
Yes.
So I was thinking that you were going to say that he explained two of his characteristics which are very beautiful for mankind, and
yes.
then he talked about Yawmuddin.
Yes.
Means that
he will be merciful there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you said it exactly the opposite.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the ulama, they mention about this.
So can we take this understanding from this ayah?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking about
this.
Yeah.
Okay, actually this is what I'm saying is what the ulama mentioned. This is what Ibn Kathir and Tabari and also Tahir ibn Ashur, he mentioned about this. He was mentioning about the meaning itself. Sometimes we are in the meaning, our minds takes us to some place. But actually the right meaning and the right context should be understood based on the ulama understanding. This meaning, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, if you want to extend this meaning to the Day of Judgment, yes, it can be also. No problem with this. Nothing we can say it's wrong. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rahman Rahim, bi'ibadihi, but He is merciful toward His creation, whether in dunya or akhirah. And there is maqam for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is the level of intercession. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful with the people. And remember that we are not going to be admitted to the paradise without the merciful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إِلَّا أَنْ يَتَغَمَّدَنِ اللَّهُ بِرَحْمَتِهِ. So your understanding regarding merciful being in the Day of Judgment, yes, that's also right. But the point that we want to highlight here is Malik Yawmiddin, these ayat, especially Surah Al-Fatiha, I'm going to give to you that it gives everything in the entire Quran. So this is why it is the wording so concise, and the verses are giving to you the enlightenment for each direction that we should understand from the entire Quran. So Malik Yawmiddin, whenever we talk about that, there is one day that we are going to have accountability, then what you are going to think about is that you have to get prepared for this day, right? Before even thinking about Rahmah and so on. So this is the point, that remember that there is one day and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be the king or the sovereign of this day. So you are going to say, okay, I'm going to work hard from day one in order in this day I will be, for example, free from any kind of thing that might make me punished or something like this. So that's the context understanding of it.
Yes, Professor, just one more question about this word, Yawmiddin.
Yes.
This word. Yawmiddin, does it imply dangerous meanings in itself, or it just means that the day on which the decision will be taking place? I mean, is it implied for the good people also that they should be very scared of Yawmuddin? And just because of I cannot explain. Yeah.
But I think Yawmuddin means the day of recompense.
Yes.
So it is like the deeds which anybody was doing in the world, he is going to face.
Yes.
So even the messengers of Allah, they are even afraid of recompense. on that day.